Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is a great exploration game, probably one of my new favorites. And it in fact is my new favorite Star Wars game. It's probably been the best one that we've had since The Force Unleashed, and I love it, man. Every minute of this game was really enjoyable, and we're going to get into why here in just a few minutes. So you play as a young Jedi named Cal who has been in hiding after Order 66 for about 5 years now. He's forced to use his powers and one of his friends gets in a terrible accident and he has to save them, but of course this alerts the Empire and attracts some Inquisitors onto him. There's one of them being named the Second Sister, who's the main villain of the game, and she is an amazing character as well. So Cal boards a ship named the Mantis, which he flies around in on the game with the pilot Grease, who turned out to be one of my favorite characters, to be honest with you. Cal's character arc is so good, but the main focus that you're going to start turning to is Seer, the other person on the Mantis ship, the co-pilot. You figure out that she used to be a Jedi, but she isn't anymore, and we both know that if you're not a Jedi anymore, that means something terrible has happened to you. Something really tough as you've gone through. So you slowly uncover the game through flashbacks and when she's talking to Cal and other characters. You slowly uncover what happened and what went down and why she is the way that she is. And then you got the droid in the story, which is BD1, who's adorable, way too adorable. And he can help you out. He gets upgrades and abilities that will help you out through the game. You can also do things like see the map as a hollow map through him, which was amazing to the game. I really enjoyed that. But the exploration for the game is really awesome. You get to go to 5 planets, one of those being Kashyyyk, where you actually get to help out some Wookiees, which is awesome. It's their home planet. They're having some trouble. You got to help them out. You got to do some things. It was a really fun time. And the really good thing about traveling from planet to planet was it really has this feeling that you're going somewhere, because it's not like you travel to the planet, there's like a load scene, and then you're there. So you choose the planet that you want to go to, and you walk into where the pilot is, and you just stand there and you see him do the warp, and then it actually shows you warping and going through that and then lands where the planet is, as opposed to if it were a loading screen or anything like that. And you actually get to sit down in the other co-pilot chair, which I thought was a really good touch to the game, that you don't feel like there's a lot of load times. It really felt like you were traveling from planet to planet, and I loved every second of that. And the gameplay was actually really fun. It was a lot like a mixture of Dark Souls and Uncharted. It was like you had a really, really challenging combat system to where, yeah, you could block things and you could dodge, but it really focused on if you get the timing right in the parry, then you could finish them off in just a few moves that do a lot of damage, as opposed to dodging and rolling and hoping you land a hit in when you might not. And then you get to jump around, you get to swing around on vines, kind of like Uncharted. You got to land on certain places, certain platforms. That was really cool. And there was even a little bit of a puzzle aspect to the game. There was actually some puzzles in this game that stumbled me a little bit. I had to sit back and think about it for a little while and keep trying trial and error until I got it right. And I wasn't expecting that in this game at all. I was expecting the puzzles, if any, to be relatively kind of easy, but they weren't. They were actually challenging, and I really enjoyed that about the game. I felt like the game didn't hold my hand. It didn't make it easy on me. It actually made it challenging and fun, because I really had to try, as opposed to new games I feel hold your hand, and if you're messing up on something, they kind of make it easier. But this game totally was not like that, and I loved that about this game. And of course, you can upgrade your lightsaber in this game. You can get different crystals for it, for colors. You can get different skin, different parts for it. That was really awesome. Those are spread out in the game through hidden chests that you can go back and find, which gives the game a little bit more replayability, because when I finished the game my first time, I was only at 70%. There was still 30% of items that I didn't find spread out through all of the world, so it made me want to go back and replay it. And I actually really enjoyed that, because most games aren't that replayable nowadays as a single player experience, so I really, really enjoyed that. And of course, you get other abilities throughout the game. You can get skill points to upgrade, like Cal's health and his force meter. Maybe you unlock a new skill, like slashing or jumping or something to do with the force. But you also get force powers throughout the game. You have to get those force powers through going through flashbacks on Cal when he was a kid, doing training sessions for his old Jedi Master. And I thought that was a great touch to the game. And you have to do something in the game, and before you can do it, it pushes you back through the flashback. That way when you come back through the flashback, you can actually use that power to get to the next point, and I just thought that was awesome. And the game has almost like a Metroidvania type style to it, because you unlock planets, but and you can't do this or this until you get this ability. You can't unlock certain doors until you get this ability. You can't get up to that high point until you get this. And that was really awesome because I'm a big fan of Metroid, and I don't mind retracking and open up things that I couldn't before. But all in all, after everything that we discussed today, I'm going to give the game a 9 out of 10. It deserves a 9 out of 10. Honestly, I would have given it a 10 out of 10. This is one of my favorite games now. This is one of the top games I've played in a long time. The story is great. The graphics are good. I really sunk into the combat itself of just having fun killing some stormtroopers every now and then. It was actually fun. The boss battles were a little tough, and I like that. I like that it didn't hold my hand through the boss battle. I loved it, man. It was great. The experience was really, really fun. I can't wait to, if they make a second one or something, close to this. EA, please. I would love to see this again. They did it right. Battlefront 1 and 2 weren't, everyone kind of didn't like them that much. So I know that EA has kind of disappointed us. I honestly don't mind Battlefront 2. I've been playing it since launch anyway. Uh, but it's great. The game is amazing. EA's redeemed themselves for me through this. It was just all around a very fun experience for me. And if you haven't already, you definitely need to pick it up. Especially if you're a Star Wars fan. If you're a Star Wars fan, this is the game for you. This has got all the lore. It fits in with the universe. And there's parts in it that are going to have characters from the movies. And that right there is just crazy on its own. Like, all right, now we get to see these characters in these movies. This is canon. This exists now. And I really enjoyed it. So if you're thinking about picking it up, you definitely should. That's all I got for you. So thanks for being here. Thanks for tuning in to my first gaming review. I hope you guys really enjoy it. Comment down below what game would you like to see me review next. I may even do the Force Unleashed next. I really like that game, so I'm thinking about going back and recording some gameplay and talking about that game as well. So, if you guys want to see any other games, just comment below. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. That would be awesome. And don't forget to hit the like button. That would really help the channel out. So, thanks for being here, man. I really appreciate it. I'll see you in the next video. And do not forget, man, it's Orc Army for life.